Reiju. I gotta call her Beiju now. God damn, I'm sorry, Nami. I gotta change. Reiju came in clutch, man. I said that she was gonna do something to try and help Sanji get off the island. I said she was gonna do something that was gonna get Sanji that way to get out. And sure enough, I'm thinking, man, Sanji, man, you know, he got to go along with this. He got these bracelets on his hands. And Beiju says, like, wait a second. Puddin' ain't the only manipulative bitch over here. I got something. She switched out this man's bracelets. That means Sanji can start kicking ass now. Like, oh, shit. Sanji, Straw Hats are making that comeback. Straw Hat's making the comeback right now. This is so fucking awesome. Man. Like, this was just a good chapter all around, dude. This is a good chapter all around. From the cover page where you got Nico Robin. I ain't gonna troll right now, okay? Like, I'm notorious for Nico Robin trolling. Like, I'm not even gonna troll. Nico Robin looked fucking sexy on the cover page and got the art stuff going on. That's already the type of woman I like anyway. But Jesus, you got that shit going on, and then you got that moment where they're looking over Reiju at the beginning of the chapter, and they're like, man, you know, these Germa soldiers, with the way that, you know, Judge's kids have been augmented, this is crazy with how well that they regenerate. Just tell the Vince Smoke family that, you know, we're going to hold her here overnight, and we're going to have her recover here. She can take part in the ceremony after the fact, and get this moment where Sanji is looking around, and he has one of the guards, he has them tied up, and he has them blindfolded, and he tells Reiju everything, okay? And like when she first comes to, you can tell that like she knows something isn't right. She knows something isn't right, and Sanji's something smoking, which, you know, any hospital wouldn't allow that shit, but Sanji don't give a fuck about rules. But, you know, Sanji's like, I'm gonna tell you everything. I think the one thing that could throw off anything that they're planning is, like, if you look at the panel, right, and I didn't bring this up with the pudding thing, but now that I'm looking now and I see what, you know, the revelation with the bracelets, I definitely think this is gonna matter. But Sanji doesn't have those flowers. He left them right outside of Pudding's windows. So I'm guessing they're gonna find those flowers. Know Sanji was there. Know that Sanji probably knows everything that's going on, and they're gonna have a counter trap set. But, you know, when Sanji's sitting down, he's got the food, and, you know, Sanji is talking to his sister. He tells her everything, and then you get this moment where Jinbe just burns everything down. And, you know, Nami, when she says, like, why do I feel like I've been here before? You know, she's gotten her top blown off, and she's gotten her top burned off, right? And so she's covering up her breasts, and I ain't gonna lie, it's a sexy photo of Nami the way it's drawn, but like, And Nami says, I feel like I've been here before. You know, that's going back to like the Luffy versus Mr. 3 fight. And so I like how Oda's, you know, paying homage to that because, you know, Nami's looking around, and when she makes that moment, it's like, okay, with Mr. 3 with the wax fruit, you know, I had to have everything come on fire. That's when Nami and Vivi came out, and Nami and Vivi just knocked her out. And like I said in the chapter review at the time, I said, oh shit, Nami has breasts. Holy shit, I didn't know that they're that big. That was a fun chapter to review, man. I think I went like 6 minutes just talking about boobs in that chapter. Jesus, but yo, like I like the fact that, you know, Jinbe basically says, like, look, like I've essentially committed treason here. I don't care. You know, I'm part of the Straw Hats now. Like the Sun Pirates, you know, we've been affiliated with Big Mom. We've been protecting Fishman Island, but we got to take a stand here and now. And so I like that you get that moment right there. And I like how when Luffy falls over, Luffy's like, oh, I'm not going to eat anything other than Sanji's food. Now, Sanji's got that food basket. So clearly, we're going to have Luffy and Sanji, and they're going to sit down, have some food, talk shit over, and then they're going to go fuck shit up. But, you know, what's so crazy is the fact that Luffy, on sheer willpower, stands up. And after he stands up, he's like, look, you know, putting forward all of us. This is an emergency. And you know this is big when Luffy starts using big words like emergency. He says, this is an emergency. So, and the reason why I say big word is like Luffy, if it ain't 2 syllables, you know, Luffy's like, huh? You know, usually they'd be like, emergency. You know, he got to sound that shit out because he's a fucking idiot. But, like, in this one, though, you know, Luffy, he just gets it out. No, Luffy fans like, you motherfucker, you. Luffy gets it out, and he says, like, we've all been fooled. Even Sanji, I got to go tell him the truth. Jinbe, you take care of Nami. And Nami's just like, you stupid ass. Did you forget what happened earlier? And it's like, okay, he ain't gonna be fighting against people cracker level. Like, you know, he just took one of Big Mom's generals and dragged his dick across their face. So I mean, he's gonna be okay. Luffy's only in a one shot, and whoever the fuck comes to, you know, stop him or whatnot. And they get the order where they say, you know, Big Mom can never find out what's going on here and keep everything from level 3 onward from reaching level 4. So it's kind of like Impale Down all over again, just how Jinbe was talking when he says, like, you know, first time we met was in a prison. But in this case, you know, Luffy's running the gauntlet all the way through. He ain't gonna have to be hidden and, you know, treated like he was with Magellan when Magellan got him with that poison. Like, that ain't gonna happen. So I like what you get right here, and I like how once again you get those family bonds where, you know, Reiju says, like, you know, hey, I know you wouldn't lie to me, I believe you. And we get the story of what happened with Sanji and his mother. And so essentially, you know, once Sanji's mother realizes what's going on, she takes this poison to try and save her children. And all the others, they get born. All the others get born correctly, and she realizes, okay, you know, I can at least save Sanji. And like Reiju is born with compassion, but she gets augmented to the point where she can't go against her father's wishes. She can't go against them, and yet at the same time, she still has her own feelings. She can still make her own choices. So it's free will, but isn't free will. And what you get is this moment where, you know, Sanji's mom, she's been poisoned. She's poisoned herself, but and the trade-off is, it's like Sanji was the one son that was able to essentially come out the way that the mom wanted. He had his feelings intact, he was kind-hearted, and that explains why he was essentially viewed as a failure. And yet, you have this moment where Reiju looks at him, she has tears in her eyes, and says, like, look, you know, you were never a failure. Our mother gave her life in resistance to protect you and the emotions that you were born for. That's what you stand for, Sanji. It's why you were born kinder and more gentler than anybody else. And what I love about this is it's setting up a fight with Sanji and with Judge, to where when Sanji eventually defeats him, Sanji can state that it's those feelings that gave him power. And, you know, you get the revelation with, you know, Sanji feeling like he's responsible for his mother's death, and yet at the same time, it's also one of those times where knowing the sacrifices she made for him is going to power him going forward. So, I mean, I thought that this was a really good chapter. So my chapter question for you guys is, how do you feel about the revelation that Reiju has been looking out for Sanji all along? But, as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.